Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to VanillaTV with Arx and Beta tonight. Sorry for the slight delay. The standard 15-minute delay when any two Premiership, well, at least one Premiership team is involved. Tonight we have the ETF2L 6th Cup final between Epsilon and Lutuset. I hope I got the pronunciation right, by the way. No one's really told me otherwise, so whatever. Arx, say hello.
Hello.
So I am actually on the server now. So the relay has been set up. We are nearly ready to go. I hope they're not live already. No, they are not. Unless they've been playing for 15 minutes and we haven't been known about it. But you never know with TF2. That is sometimes the way it goes. As the Source TV decides to pause or die for me, Arx, is it the same for you?
It is the same for me. Looks like a pause. But why would you pause in the pre-match?
I don't know. Interesting tactic that is. Could be to bait the opposition, maybe a little bit of gamesmanship.
Maybe just halting their warm-up, their practice, so that they, they don't get any time to warm up.
That could be one tactic of beating Epsilon. I give them that.
Well, then again, Epsilon are one of these teams that seem to be AFK throughout the whole season, and then just shop for officials and then destroy everybody. So maybe that's how they prefer to warm up, is by not warming up. If you get what I mean. So it might contradict the whole strategy there.
Shut up.
Yes, sir.
No, right, okay. So I seriously think it looks like a pause, I swear. So take us through the lineups, my friend. Talk about Epsilon, talk about Lutuset, talk about the ETF2L 6th Cup.
I'm okay, right. First of all, the cup. The cup, I have loved it. The fact that they went to random draws. It just reminds me so much of the FA Cup.
But they did seeds though. They did seeds though, mate.
No, that was only
the first stages. I know.
Yeah, they had the Premiership teams come in quite late into the tournament. I think the Premiership teams should have probably come in a little earlier, maybe 1 round or 2 rounds earlier, just so that the draws are just. Think as a Division 2 team, for example, you're like, oh no, come on, let's not draw a Premiership team. But suddenly, if you're in the round of 16 and there's 8 Premiership teams, it's like, oh, we're definitely going to get one now. And you would want to see a couple of, unlucky Division 6 teams or something end up with a Premiership team. Just for laughs.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they did see that it was a sort of a Premiership format, like Premiership team format like we see with the FA Cup in England. I guess what I meant was that I remember years ago, and I know I was one of the guys supporting you actually, unsurprisingly, that the random draws. Do you remember years ago we had random draws from the beginning, the start?
Yeah.
And I'm really in favour of that, and it's a hard
so am I.
bit, really. It's hard to weigh up, because then you get some of these odd games, crazy games. But we had these same conversations when I-46 came round, which I must say Tapley and his team did a great job at doing. But it's funny, really. At the end of the day, it's always that mindset that the best team will win, because to put it bluntly, you don't see a Division 3 team in England winning the football cup. You don't see it, because they're not the best team. It's always Man United, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool. Liverpool don't win anything. What am I talking about? But
no, it's the thing is that you're right. It is the best team that wins it. Now, the whole dual elimination and seeding and all of that provides you with the best quality grand final, usually, and that's because by seeding the teams, you expect that the team seeded number 1 plays number 2 in the final, or if they do get beaten by someone, it's going to be beaten by a strong team. Whereas if you random draw right from the start, it means that the grand final or the better game could happen earlier than the grand final, usually the semi-final or something. Sort of that match that everyone goes, whoever wins this is going to go on to win the whole tournament. And so in this case, I mean, you can see that kind of clearly happens. You have Lutuset, or however you pronounce their name, versus Epsilon. Well, people would have said, okay, the Epsilon BFF game beforehand was the grand final, but I don't mind, because I still feel that the random draw is probably more exciting.
Well, here we go. Let's see how the ETF2L Cup finishes up then. So this is going to be Epsilon versus Lutuset, the final of the ETF2L 6th Cup. VanillaTV bringing it you tonight with Arx, Beat and Animal on the stream for you. Arx, run us to Badlands middle, round 1.
Right, okay, so just having a look at Soldier. Who's that? Mike going very aggressive, jumping over to try and put pressure on the demo man. He's got next to no health, using his escape plan to try and get up round to near to the medic. He does get taken down, and Epsilon actually losing a couple of players here. However, their superior deathmatch is starting to show, as Lutuset only have that Soldier who's out being pistol by a scout. He does manage to take down Gear, but we do have Schocky just chasing the medic who is running away through the lobby door, and he's actually still chasing him. Maybe just going up. No, he is going onto the balcony, back up to the spire. I was just, sorry, following Schocky there for a minute. But, yep, Epsilon taking that midpoint, and, well, Schocky now up on the spire.
Hold that conversation going, Ox, because they're going to come up and contest it, actually. Jose, it depends on how you want to pronounce it, did get away, did go down, carry that Uber building, and in fact, they've slowed Epsilon down quite a bit. This has worked for them. One of the soldiers going to try and come up and get a little bit more time on point. It's a little bit of a fakey, but here come the rest of the Epsilon team. Uber has been forced out of Lutuset, and KnOxXx is still yet to use his. They need to put some pressure on that medic. This is going to be disastrous for Lutuset in this round one. Epsilon, very aggressive play at the moment, and now we do see Epsilon with a huge Uber advantage and getting that Spire. So will we see them push in straight away, Ox?
Yep, as we see, they have managed to hold on to that Uber, as they will be pushing through this lobby door in a minute. Lutuset are holding up top at the moment, as Rake does go down. That's one of the scouts, and well, we just have to have a look at numlocked. It is pushing in with the medic now, and they might pop their Uber any second.
So here we go, they're coming in through that main lower entrance. Uber is popped onto the demo man of numlocked. There is Sticky's on point. Heavy comes down to try and block it. No, says Gear. Sticky still on point. Somebody's going to hit 3 frags in quick succession, 4 frags in quick succession. And Lutuset look like they're on the verge of losing round one. Quick save by Moore, but it's not going to help. Round one in 2.5 minutes. And wow, aggression from Epsilon, as the critics have been saying for the last week. But let's see if Lutuset can do a little bit better on round two, Ups.
Right, so yeah, just we did forget to do the lineup, so just going through them quickly before we get to the middle. We do have Jose on medic, Moore, Demomans, Spudge as Soldier, Tumpelol, Soldier, Rake as Scout, and Santtu as Scout. And we'll go with Epsilon in a minute, as Mike again goes for an aggressive gunboats jump. With Lutuset now, synchronized soldiers jumping up onto the trains, dealing quite a lot of damage. They do have to still worry about Mike, who is somewhere behind them. No, sorry, actually, he got taken down by Santtu. And Lutuset doing a lot better on this fight. One soldier was isolated out on that train. It looks like only KnOxXx and numlocked are going to be able to escape. Schocky is also out on the little launch pad going to spy, but Lutuset are going to be pushing through that choke. And, well, they might even be able to intimidate Epsilon out here.
Yeah, Epsilon should probably contest this. If they can get off the balcony, which you're not going to be able to, in fact, so just forget everything I said there, they're not going to be able to. Aggression not working in favour of Epsilon then, and Lutuset now just saying, you know, hold on a minute, we're not here to lose 5-0, and they're going to try to push last themselves. Let's just see how successful they are, Ox, because it seems like the aggression...
Watch out for the sniper of Schocky, just thought I'd interrupt.
He is.
No, he missed the shot, he missed the shot.
Yeah, it's been called as well now, so they know that they're probably going to favour their upper lobby entrance now, because they won't want to risk the shot onto the medic. And here they come through that upper right entrance. Spudge goes down, Tumpelol goes down as well, so that will delay the push. 3 down, in fact. Epsilon going to come out, they are going to come out. numlocked is actually just coming out of the upper lobby, and it's going to be him and KnOxXx that try and come through the front door as well, Ox.
Yeah, Lutuset might as well use their Uber here and just try and get into them before they get on the spire and see if they can delay it, because their respawns will be coming in a lot quicker. But they've moved back so far, and Spudge goes down. They're going to lose their Scout, but they force the Uber now. And Scout's jumped off ahead. He's on his own though, because his medic's run back to tag up with his demo man. And I just think they gave Epsilon a bit too much room there. I know they only had 3 players, but that would have been 10 seconds that they could have kept those 3 players alive for. And by then, the soldiers would have arrived in the point. So now they're just getting bullied out of this midpoint, having to fall out of their choke, because Epsilon have just got that steam train momentum. And I don't think it's going to stop here either. numlocked's pushing very aggressively up towards the choke. And, well, it did look like they were going to push through there, but, well, apparently not.
Yeah, Lutuset slowed it down just a bit, but hold that thought again. numlocked is through choke. He's on his own, a little bit isolated. Soldier's going to jump on, and he will get taken down by Tumpelol and Spudge. Just trying to see what else is going on. KnOxXx has a slight Uber advantage at the moment. I don't suspect Epsilon will push. They are just building up in house, but they're going to come through without numlocked focusing onto that medic. Uber has been popped by both teams. One of the soldiers goes flying from Lutuset. It was Spudge, manages to be saved by his medic. Bash is caught. One of the soldiers as well, just on that upper right rock. It looks like that was Mike up there. He's going to try and get some time on point. Someone will have to go up and meet and greet them. Again, Mike trying to get him behind. He hasn't been called though this time, and Epsilon looking like they're going to be able to get this. They've got the players on the spire. Santtu comes in to try and have a turn at blocking now. It's going to be 1-on-1 on that point. Scout versus Scout, but Schocky is overhealed. I wouldn't want to be playing Schocky who's overhealed, and he does shut down Santtu. 4 down for Lutuset, sorry, 5 down. Lost some words looking at Moore's health. And again, Epsilon keeping that steam train momentum. Going to roll onto this last point. Mike is the only cost so far. Will Lutuset be able to slow them down, Arcs?
Well, Epsilon are just waiting for that Uber. They were on 95%, and now they're making this pushing through the top door. Scouts jumping and leading the way, focusing down Spudge there, and Stickies are going out over onto the point. It's a great job by the demo man of Moore there, trying to just keep that sticky trap up on the point, but Schocky comes in and does manage to get that capture, and it's 2-0 in favour of Epsilon. 23.5 minutes remaining.
So round 3 coming at you. Let's just see what Mike does this time. I'm going to follow him just to see if he does through that jump through again. He was so close to getting Jose then, the medic, as he comes through out of the valley. This time he hasn't gone for it. He's gone towards the house on the far right house. Again, he's trying to get through behind. I imagine he's using gunboats. Putting out that escape plan, no effect though. Numlocked coming up on a nice kill on Spudge, and Epsilon, just that death matching skill on that midpoint, doing the job for them. That said, they have lost Nox, they have lost Mike. Maybe they won't be so hastily pushing through. Watch out, because
Bash might be... Oh no, great choice of, let's say, direction by the medic there. Oh, is he going to get out? Yes, he is, sorry. Bash was chasing Jose then. Jose read that he was being chased and actually took a bit of a scenic route back to his last. But we do have Bash now up on that spire. Scout is going to prevent him alongside his demo man from just getting a completely free cap. But Epsilon just grouping together now. A lot of damage actually going out onto the Epsilon players, but Moore's really suffering here, half health as well. And they have forced them back in the choke point. They do have that Uber advantage, and I think Epsilon are very much aware of that. But we'll just have to see if they are actually going to make a push onto this middle, bearing in mind that Epsilon have nearly got theirs, but haven't quite got it yet.
Yeah, let's just see if they can use effective play here, using that Uber just to the full potential, but it's been forced down the house. Epsilon will like that. Nox has a slight delay. Let's just see if they trap anyone. One of the soldiers did get trapped. It was Tumpelol, who's managed to get escape through house. But there's a scout coming up behind Numlocked. Oh, he went for the house, but he's got a free shot onto Nox. Does manage to take down Nox. It was Rake, so huge kill for Rake there. But Lutuset in big trouble. Jose is weak at the far right corner. He's gone, actually, I imagine he's gone back for the med pack. He's come back out. He didn't take that med pack, so ignore me again. And Epsilon seem to be trying to apply a lot of pressure. I did see them searching for a game at 8 o'clock, so maybe they're feeling very ultra confident tonight.
Well, this is it. Just have a look as Bash takes down Tumpelol. 2 soldiers were out there originally, but now that means that Lutuset don't have any soldiers alive. They are running a sniper of Rake, and Rake is a very capable sniper, so just having a look at him at the moment over on balcony as Demo Man walks through the point, misses the shot on the Demo Man. Scout was still in there and he misses that shot as well.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, but that was an almost impossible shot on the Scout.
It was an impossible shot on the Demo.
A little bit open, and Epsilon taking advantage of this now. They're pushing forward. One Scout's going to be forced to change respawns there, and Epsilon pushing that valley side, putting a lot of pressure over onto them. And well, they've completely intimidated them out of the point here. Soldier and Scout jump up onto the spire. Demoman's getting isolated. Numlocked dealing huge damage here. Takes down Spudge. And, well, it looks like Epsilon's going to get this, well, almost for free. Haven't even had to use their Uber. And now Rake needs to turn around and get a shot on the hero shot on the medic. But too late for that as they've Ubered in already. Numlocked's putting pressure up near the respawn. And, well, who was that? Numlocked jumping up inside the point. Don't think he's even needed to be up there, to be honest, as Epsilon come in and take this 3rd round.
Yeah, another aggressive round from Epsilon, 3-0 the score. 20 minutes remaining. Lutuset, I imagine, will be choosing Galleywash as the map. They Epsilon did have a little bit of trouble in the last time playing Galleywash, and I think it was the semi-final. So I'll be interested to see if they did choose that. But I don't know the map choices, I'm afraid. So it's best of 3, just to make you aware. So let's see how this first map ends. Lutuset again favouring that valley. The medic's coming through the Epsilon's house. Got to be careful. They've lost 3 players off the bat just to start the round. Good kill onto Numlocked though, so it may sort of delay some of that aggression, now trying to escape. It's one of the scouts. It looks like Bash is trying to get in on the medic. Just focusing away so much fire, and they're in big trouble here. Jose's going to get caught by the soldiers, surely. Demoman comes out with a bottle. He is saved. Rake is the only lost in that little valley battle. But again, Epsilon just really taking that third point relatively easy. I don't think Lutuset will come out to hold Spire this time, but they want to do it.
They've got the numbers here. They have. They can come out and use this Uber, but they've got to get that force out of the medic if they're going to use it. And look how far back that medic is. numlocked staying in to try and deal so much damage, takes out Spudge and more, and now using the Uber's not going to go down too well. But we do have a pause by the looks of things. No, oh, it's a very, very quick pause, I might add. But now there's just one soldier. They do have the 2 scouts for backup, and might still be able to do something, but now that the combo has gone inside the lobby, those scouts might find themselves isolated, and numlocked read that jump forward to put the aggression over onto Rake there, who's surely going to have to fall back at some point into that respawn as Epsilon gets some bodies on the Spire.
Yep, they're going to take that second Spire, the 4th CP, sorry. Lutuset second. See if there's anything interesting on the defense now, Ark. So I'm surprised Jose maybe didn't switch to crits then, but it's up to them. Pyro being used, so they try and force them back out, just blow them away, delay it as much as possible. Just saying, Nox not building relatively fast. Neither scout are using that Boston Basher. Seen that quite a lot these days now since its introduction. But here we go. So numlocked helping Sticky the point, and the Epsilon players, the scouts have run straight to the point. It has forced Lutuset to come down, be baited down onto the point. But Epsilon favour this recycle push. They go in, force it out, and come back, and then go back in again. They do it, seems to do it all the time. Bash nearly onto the point, shut down by Tumpelol. Schocky takes down Rake as well. So it's going to be a 4-on-3. It's going to be a 3-on-2, in fact, and there we go. 4-0 the score, and now I think we're seeing that pause for someone that may have dropped. And here we go, and we can see the text now coming through as well.
Yep, so Santtu was the one who timed out at least briefly, and they said no, don't pause. So anyway, 4-0 is the score in favour of Epsilon, as let's see if Lutuset respond to this. There's still 17 minutes and a half remaining as Mike goes aggressively over onto the Lutuset train, and I don't think they're even getting into this round.
They didn't. I don't know why.
It's probably because Santtu was rejoining.
Yeah. They didn't have any sort of scouting there at all, so they didn't bother. Ironically enough, it was the only round that Epsilon didn't go aggressive as well.
Yeah. Well,
cheaters!
We'll see now. Who's this? Mike's trying to go through the choke point. Nice spam from Moore there. Forces him back, but the escape plan does save him. And now we do have both Ubers up and running as KnOxXx comes in with that Uber charge, healing gear, who's going aggressive, takes down Tumpelol. And one scout up on the Spire. Mike also jumping up aggressively to the Spire. And we do only have that medic and demo combo yet again as a soldier comes round. Oh, Gear killing himself with a rocket as he jumped down. But the Epsilon Uber is forced. Now if Lutuset can get some players out here, which they are doing, soldiers jumped up aggressively. He's quite weak, but that Uber is on them. Epsilon having to flee here. It's one soldier just about getting out of that point, and well, I'm not sure Epsilon, that was actually a great fallback from them, keeping those players alive. numlocked spamming up that choke point, a lot of damage going out onto the Lutuset players, and I think they've overextended here as Spudge and his medic are the only ones trying to take on the world here. Don't manage to do so as Mike gets the escape plan kill over onto him and then gets scattergunned to the face by Rake, who's... Oh, well, Rake can take on the world apparently as he takes down Gear as well, but Epsilon surely now going to be pushing up onto this Spire and, well, might have quite an easy run to last.
Yeah, numlocked caught Jose with his stickies just at the back of the train. I think I know what Epsilon did then. numlocked went down on that mid-fight, so they had the numbers there with the other damage dealers, the 2 soldiers really. So they carried on going forward, but they knew the backup plan was to get out quickly where numlocked would be respawning into. So technically, had quite a few stickies there. It worked out quite well for them. Now we do see they have that Uber ready to rock and roll again to see if they Uber bash forward, which they do. He's going to get blown back by the Pyro. Needs to take care of that Pyro. Uber has been wasted almost. Great play by that Pyro, who is Santtu. Maybe that drop did help him out and rejoin. He's finally taken care of, but will Epsilon favour that push about it? They will know that Lutuset do not have that Uber yet, so it's going to come down to deathmatching and positioning. And there's a scout on point. Force some of the Lutuset players down. Not all of them got baited down. Vital for those stickies from numlocked not getting them. So now Lutuset do have it, and we're probably going to have to wait until Epsilon get it before we see another push-ups.
Yeah, I was just having a look at Gear. He has actually fallen back now, but he was looking for an opportunity just to get down onto that point, see if he can maybe capture it out, but everyone was looking at him, so yeah, that was not going to happen. But I've seen no dodgy classes going on at the moment. At Epsilon do have that option to run some sort of spy, knowing that Lutuset do have that Uber advantage and will probably want to push out on this. But one soldier's jumping up over to Spire. Uber is popped on him, and they're not actually managing to cap this Spire at the moment. Numlocked in a position which is hard for soldiers to take down, but the scout of Rake can take him down for sure. As a back cap comes in, and Bash to finish it off for a 5-0 in favour of Epsilon.
Here we go, 5-0, first map score. This is VanillaTV with the ETF2L 6th Cup final between Epsilon Esports and Lutuset. Arx beat an animal, bringing it to you tonight.